So I don't usually consider myself like a killer. I don't think of myself as a killer. But nowadays, as I'm hearing more and more, right, about the coronavirus and staying inside and how a lot of these restrictions are getting more restrictive instead of loosening, the whole concept of like don't go outside because you could kill someone. It's like right, like just by being around other people right now, we're kind of toxic. So I think about that because it's not who I am, right? It's not who I like to be. Obviously, a killer, and it's probably not who you like to be either. But it starts even on some subconscious level. Even though I know like all I can do is stay at home and distance myself on some level, understanding that I could be that dangerous to other people around me, it makes me feel really bad, right? I start to feel like a piece of garbage, I suppose. So here's what I do when that starts getting to me, as it does from time to time lately, which you can do as well. So I am Owen. Thank you so much for stopping in. Please subscribe. Also, join us in the Abundance Hackers group. Join your fellow abundance hackers, people who find creative solutions to provide for themselves and their families when things get hard. I'm going to put a link here in the chat. So I hope you'll join us. So I was talking to my dad actually a few days ago, maybe like a week or so ago. And we were talking about catching up and all of these things like that. And of course, it's like, well, there's some time. It'd be great to see each other. But can't really do that right now, right? Like, my dad, my stepmom moved closer to where I live in LA. And we were going to just get on this groove going to see each other. Now I can't really go do that. But we were joking about the idea of that I couldn't go to visit him because I like might hurt him, or I'm deadly to them, to him and to my stepmom. And it's like a joke, right? But at the same time, it's true. At the same time, it is true. Where I live here in West Hollywood, we have one of the highest concentrations of cases, of confirmed cases of this disease of areas all throughout Los Angeles. So I know that like I'm being very careful to stay in my lane, to isolate myself, but I know that it's also very likely that I can pick something up and not show any symptoms and pass that along to somebody else. And just that feeling of being that kind of dangerous, right? It weighs on me a little bit. It weighs on me a bit. And so you take a look at like masks, right? Like we've got the fun side of masks going on, and there's the new style, and people are taking pictures, and I'm taking pictures. It's great. Us wearing masks out in public is becoming a real thing, and something that's likely to be around for at least the foreseeable future. What's the reason we put on the mask? Like we've heard that having just that piece of fabric is not going to keep us from catching something, but we do it so that we don't infect other people if we have the coronavirus. So even just the act of putting on that mask is kind of like understanding like how dangerous we all are. Like when I put it on, I understand like how dangerous I am potentially. That's why I'm putting on this mask. And that contributes to me feeling like a killer, right? Feeling like almost the guilt of being so dangerous, the heaviness of knowing that even my very presence can put somebody else at risk right now. Just like all of us is it's the case with all of us. That's a lot. That's a lot to hang on to, right? It feels like a lot of pressure from that, and it feels kind of depressing a little bit. In a time when we're already being so disconnected through social distancing, although I guess you wouldn't know it. I feel like, again, I'm meeting more people now than I ever have before, thanks to our digital connections. But that whole idea of that disconnection, it makes me feel even a little lonelier. And above all, it makes me start to feel kind of helpless. It's like I'd love to do something more about all of this, but really I can do the same as all of any of us can do, which is stay at home, sit on the couch, right? And distance ourselves from each other. So all of this adds up to feeling like a piece of garbage. right? So I'll tell you what I do, some do's and don'ts. What's up, Joanne? How are you? Thanks for stopping in. How are you doing? All right. So the first thing that I like to do when I start feeling like a piece of garbage, and again, the first thing before even any of this is you have to sort of notice that you are feeling like a piece of garbage, and if that's starting to creep up in you, then definitely check in with that first. But once you do know that, the trick is that you got to get centered. So I know for me, feeling like crap is when I am out of balance. It's when something in my life is not in balance, and I can understand in these circumstances that for you there are many things knocking life off balance right now. But the thing is that when I'm off balance to the point where I don't believe that uh, I have any value, that I'm worthless, which comes into this feeling like a piece of garbage, right? We see garbage is worthless. When I'm feeling that kind of worthlessness, then I know that I'm a lot more susceptible to a lot of negative influences, negative emotions, negative ideas, negative thoughts from the people around me, from the news I'm reading, what have you. When I am feeling worthless and I'm feeling uncentered, then that's when a lot of this stuff comes in. It becomes a snowball effect for me. But definitely, what I love to do is meditate. Meditate 20 minutes a day. It's super easy to do. You can learn how really easy. There are many apps for it. I use the Calm app, CALM. Keep a journal, write out your journal. Meditation and journaling every day is going to help you stay centered. God knows it has helped me. And especially now when things are changing so fast, there's so much going on. It really helps me to get in tune with what's going on with me. And then getting in touch with the community, right? Get centered by getting in touch with a community. And there's so many online communities right now. I know I'm on so many more Zoom calls than I ever expected before. I'm connected with so many more people, and it's really exciting. But find a community, and if you can't find one, then start one. And either way, there's a community waiting here right for you in the Abundance Hackers group here on Facebook. Check the chat. So get centered, right? Do that. Don't, if you're feeling like a piece of garbage, don't spray it everywhere. Don't spray your garbage everywhere. Don't project it. Don't take it out on other people. Understand what is going on. Like if there's something uncomfortable going on right now, and it is completely okay that there is right now. In fact, you might be concerned if there's not. I guess maybe I don't know, but that's even a projection, right? Everybody's going through this differently, so don't hold it in. Don't project it around. Don't spray it everywhere. Take a look at it. Deal with it. Be present with yourself and give yourself the space to address what it is that's making you feel like a piece of garbage. And this is especially important if you are quarantined in close quarters with other people, right? Be the bigger person. If everyone else is losing their minds, everyone else feeling like a piece of garbage, don't make it worse and make you all worse together by spraying it around. Just take a look at it. Maybe you can help everybody through it. And then the last piece, find a healthy outlet to get yourself back on track, to get yourself back connected, to get yourself out of feeling like a piece of garbage. Usually I find the best way to get through this feeling is to get in action, to do something. What do you do? Well, I say this a lot, I'm going to say it again. Get in action to moving forward or discovering your passion. So moving your passion forward, anything, just a little bit a day, even if it's just an hour a day to move your passion forward, that's going to make a huge difference in feeling like a piece of garbage. If you don't know what your passion is, you feel a little directionless in that time or that area, then give yourself an hour a day to just research things that make you happy. Just make a list of things that get you excited when you talk about them, when you think about them, when you get the idea of spending your day working with them, right? I find that a lot of the time when I'm feeling like a piece of garbage and I'm feeling disconnected and worthless, that it's because I'm spending a lot of my time on something that I'm not passionate about, right? That I just don't really want to be doing, that I'm not connected to. I usually find that when I start getting to do something around something I'm passionate about, to getting connected with my passion, then suddenly my value of myself goes way through the roof. So something I'm definitely using right now while I'm feeling like a piece of garbage from time to time about just how dangerous I am, and I know each of us might be feeling the same way too. So if you're looking for a way to get a hold of your passion, or figure out how you're going to move forward, then you can go to owenjward.com and get your free copy of How to Unlock and Unleash Your Superpower. It is your guide to go from scarcity to abundance. Will help you basically get connected with your passion too. If you're feeling like a piece of garbage, then take a read over this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I think it's going to help. So thank you as always for joining. I'm Owen. I will talk to you tomorrow.